We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support above 475. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 7:30 a.m. sent out a bull indicator. And from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength down 42 vision, and call options went up 100% plus within minutes, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into next week, what's going on with the inflow versus outflow, and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot at 10:20 a.m. sent out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness down 42 vision, and put options went up 150% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the rip area to the dip area yesterday and coming back up to the rip area at today's open, doing a full transition upwards. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, under a bull indicator since yesterday at the 474.50 area. It found support not that far off of it in today's pre-market and quickly started to push up to retest the highs from yesterday, and the bear indicator from yesterday got canceled at the 477.60 area, and it slowed down up here once again at the 78.50 area. We talked about this in yesterday's video, how crucial it was to break above that and use it as support. If not, it would act as a major resistance, and it did, right? But here we are also with a full transition from the dip area to the rip area, and now it's come back down so far to red bars. If this weakness continues here on the 30-minute, which I'll be watching going into next week, the last piece missing is white with red borders, and I'll be watching if this staircase effect can continue here within these charts, right? So far it has started, and it's going to be crucial for the bulls to bring the inflows up with it to justify the strength of these bull indicators so far. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, a bull indicator popped up here on the pre-market hours. I talked about how that needed to happen as well, and it did push up towards the 478 area, but it found that resistance and rejected it, right? So far, it has pulled back, but no bear indicator just yet to cancel it. So I will be watching going into next week. Will this bull indicator get canceled by a possible bear indicator? Now, in the volatility of the 15-minute, we do have a bear indicator dominating up here at the 476.90 area, and not that far off of it. That's where things slowed down when it tried coming back up and quickly rejected back down towards the 475.70 area. And in the after hours, it is fighting here to stay above 475, and that's going to be a crucial support that I would not ignore here in the volatility. Now we're going to take a look at the inflow versus outflows and what key levels I would watch going into next week. On the 30-minute, we could see here on the SPY stock, the SP 500 index, how these inflows have been fighting all day to stay above, and they ended above, but outflows have slightly began, and if that were to cross, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts. Now, the reason why the chart didn't completely collapse to the downside is because the 2 times that the inflows fought to come back up, and it's in a tight range here between the resistance from yesterday and today, again up here at 478.50, and also fighting to stay above 475, the support, right? So we need to not ignore that, and these inflows definitely need to stay above the midpoint and push upwards away from the midpoint to go ahead and justify any further strength here of any possible staircase effect and retest of key resistance levels and these bull indicators on the lower time frames, right? Now, when we go ahead and zoom out here on the 1 hour, the outflows cross, guys. These outflows have been dominating, not allowing the stock to go back up, and it's pushing it downwards here in the after hours. It has leveled off, but the outflows are at negative 1.11, and it's going to be crucial for this to come back above the midpoint and go ahead and switch from red to green, pushing upwards. If not, these outflows can have an impact on the 30-minute, bringing it down with it, and also the 15-minute having an influence as well. When we zoom in into the volatility, same thing. Outflows cross, but it's right there near the midpoint, and this is going to be crucial as we go into the next trading day, because in the volatility of the 15-minute, if it continues to pull down lower, it could start to reflect that weakness into the 30-minute and the 1 hour as well. I would not ignore this. I will be watching this very carefully here going into next week. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys, and the support of the day here intraday was the 475.50 area. If that gets broken through, the next level I'll be watching is 474.50, and if these outflows continue to the downside, I will be watching if it rolls over into the 30-minute, crosses the midpoint, and goes ahead and goes to the next support level that I would not ignore, which is 473, and then below that is the 470 area. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to pick back up on the 30-minute as well as on the 15-minute, crossing that midpoint, switching from red to green, and pulling up the 1 hour as well, right? We have the 1 hour below the midpoint, and it's going to be crucial for it to switch to green and pull upwards and cross this midpoint. Now, what is the first key level to the upside? That is 477 in this tight range. Then above that is 478.50, and then I'll be watching the 480 area. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I will be watching them closely as they're really close to the midpoint, and they're going to be important, guys, especially with the 1 hour cross below. It needs to start picking up, and the 15-minute needs to get back up with it within the volatility as well. I'll be watching this closely. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.